I just walked over here.
He's so stunning.
Hello, sweetie. I've got nothing for you.
So cute.
That's boss guy behind me.
Her real name's Ruby, but your mum
Ruby,
she's
you're
on.
gorgeous.
No, that's not Ruby. That's Ruby.
Oh, that makes sense because she's red.
Hello.
You're so cute. You're the cutest little baby.
Oh my god, I love her. I'm actually in love with her. I love her. We'll be back with Lisa tomorrow.
This will be the rest of the trip.
I think she's kind of the same size as her rabbit.
Her legs are so Puss Puss. We're gonna call you Cow.
Wait, I love her. She's such a good cat. Oh, Spawn Rock is having a good time.
Pretty much.
So should we be able to see them?
Oh, you know, you decorated yours. You're being so nonchalant.
And it matches.
Stunning. We're having a competition. This is a baked Basque cheesecake. This is not baked.
No.
Oh, yum, I can't
I'm gonna
wait.
try to do it. Maybe the.
Oh, green.
Tracy, you have to keep it turning.
Maybe everyone can have a piece. Oh my god, it looks good.
How do you like it?
I don't love it. Okay.
It's a bit cooked.
Hello everyone. I am super inflamed right now, hence the sunglasses. My skin is the worst it's been in a long time, and I don't know if it's because of the weather, stress, whatever. There's something going on. I think I need to find a way to relax. So first things first, I'm gonna do some painting. My plan is to participate in Bug Week, which is a challenge run by Cornelia, aka Koza with a 0. Here are the prompts. They're structured like this. Bug is cozy, bug is slow, bug is happy, bugs that glow, bug is round, bug is blue, bug that finally met you. So I'm gonna use some materials I haven't tried before. I find that really like loosens me up and like takes the pressure off. And like with any prompt list, I always prepare ahead of time with sketches. First one is cozy. I have this idea of a butterfly whose wings are like a gingham blanket. I will be using this sketchbook. This was sent to me by Etcher. I'm not usually a fan of watercolor sketchbooks. I've never found the paper to be great, but who knows? Now these are water soluble. They're very bright, so I'm hoping they're quite forgiving in that I can reactivate and stuff. My hope for this is that there's a semi bit of transparency with the bug's body, so it really looks like a blanket, not just the wings of the butterfly. If you've used watercolor pencils, I feel like this is the vibe, except they're very creamy. Sometimes watercolor pencils are very scratchy, or at least the ones I've tried, which I haven't tried many because I don't really like them. This is good for laying down water, but it's not very strong. Ooh, I love that. It's so watercolory. I hate this. I hate it. Can I fix it? It's pilling. Ew. I'm gonna change. I don't like how that's pilling. I'm gonna start again. I think next time I won't use a darker line to create the outline because it's harder to diffuse it. This is already better. I'm just an artist girl, unfortunately, or arsh, as people say. These shapes here create the illusion of it going over a bug, but also when I do the gingham, I want it to also do that too. I personally hate it, but I'm gonna scan it anyway. Hello everyone, I'm starting another bug today. I did not really love this piece. I think it's the colors, maybe more neutral colors on the wings or something, or maybe the background color. I just don't like the blue with the red and the yellow. I usually like primary colors, but because they're all clumped together and there's no like background elements, I don't think I like this. The blue might have been a mistake because it kind of looks like the butterflies in the sky, and I think I would have liked it to be sleeping on a surface. So I've created these shadows, but I still don't really like it. Maybe it's because I did it entirely with these crayons and I'm not used to them. So I'm gonna introduce some watercolor, something I'm more familiar with so that I can have more control. I mean, these aren't like a lack of control because they're quite forgiving. You can go over things again and again, but I liked the concept for this, so I may explore this again in the future. Today's prompt is bug is slow, so I was definitely thinking like a snail or a slug. I have a slug fishing here, but I think I want to do a snail fishing, and I want to do it like this snail. So I've got these watercolors from Case for Making, which I love. Just know if you get the fluoro colors, they don't scan the best. You can photograph it and it's fine. I'm just letting you know in case you're a scanner. It's because the fluorescent color doesn't scan well, even with fluorescent pencils and things like that, but it does make such a beautiful bright pigment. So I like the look of it in real life. I feel like the lily pad will be here, and we want it to come down because we want the shadow to be under the lily pad, not it coming up. That makes sense. I feel like having a bit of purple in the sky might be nice. A bit of different color. Since watercolor doesn't dry as fast as acrylic gouache, it's quite nice to be able to like add in other colors. You can more easily control watercolor too, and it moves a little slower than acrylic gouache, so I do like that. So this is what it looks like dry. I'm going to use some acrylic gouache to just make the lily pad since I don't want it to lift. I always find that when I make a piece I don't like, my confidence for the next piece isn't the best. I want it to go above because I want the top not to have a shadow, but I want the bottom to kind of imply there's something under the water. Now I'm like getting stressed because I want the fishing rod to land in the right spot, but I'm not guaranteed that it will. And also, what color will the snail shell be? Because usually I do like a rainbow snail shell, but the colors are shifting because of the piece. Cool. Done! And I like it. Yoo-hoo, everyone. I am doing day 3, which is happy, I think. This one's just gonna be chill. I'm gonna just draw a bug with a bunch of bugs on its back. It's not gonna be to scale. I'm gonna draw a slater, a caterpillar, a ladybug, a dragonfly, and a butterfly. Looking at the first one I hated. I identified that I hated the background. I didn't like that everything was so solid and like strong. Yesterday I created this, which I like a little more, or actually a lot more. I like the atmosphere this creates. It doesn't really have any style in terms of color that I like, besides it's really contrasty and I don't like high contrast. This one's more harmonious with a pop of something else, which is this yellowy green, limey yellowy color. I want to do that again. I'm going to use watercolor and all the same medium because I do like this. I'm going to keep it chill because I was chill yesterday and it worked out. And I like that it builds my sense of confidence with like being intuitive and not planning too much, because this is just low stakes. So yeah, we're going to do this. So we're going to do the background first. I did like the background of this one, but I think we're going to go with something more, maybe more greeny. We'll start with aqua because it's kind of neutral. It's basically white, but once I put other colors, it should bleed nicely. I do like the control I have with watercolor. I do miss it. There's something so nostalgic about the look of watercolor, and I think it's to do with storybooks and stuff. You can tell which colors I like more because they're more like eaten into. Like I clearly love this mid-90 blue. One thing about watercolor is in between layers you want it to dry. But if you want bleeding, you don't. So let's say this, let me see this sketch. So really everything will be contained, so we really can do like a whole big amount. This is going to be the shadow of the Slater, so we do want it to be quite contrasty. Okay. And if it starts to bleed a lot, it means there's too much pigment, so we're just going to remove it. I'm just wiping it on my jumpsuit. See, watercolor's so forgiving, you can kind of manipulate it. With the acrylic ink, you can't really, and it dries so much faster as well. So while that completely dries, I want to figure out my palettes. Oh, we could do kind of more primary school or maybe like preschool, playful, nostalgic, childlike colors. Slay to be this grey. That's nice. Simple. Now you want to make sure with watercolor everything is fully dry, and it takes a while, and it's liftable, which is unfortunate. Fortunate if you want to move it around, unfortunate if you want to wet it again, which you can't really do, which is actually why I use these, because you can use lots of wet layers and it doesn't move. With watercolor you kind of work lightest to darkest. With gouache you work front to back, so you're mixing things. All right, so we're going to do legs. I don't know how many legs I have, we're just going to make it up because this is an illustration and it's not a scientific illustration. I'm just adding a bit of a lighter grey to add some dimension to the feet because they'll be more light. Prompt for today, I don't know if I mentioned it, is happy. So basically I just wanted to do a bunch of bugs and have them smiling, which is kind of an easy way to interpret the prompt, but I don't mind. I'm just doing it for fun. I'm more exploring execution in this prompt list, like different mediums and stuff. I already feel more confident. Yesterday was like, oh, I didn't like the piece I did yesterday. I don't know if I can handle not liking the piece I did today. But since I did like the piece I did yesterday, I feel like it's a blank slate for me. And that feels nice. It is very different for me to not have done the line work. Usually I will do that, but since it's low stakes, I feel like it's nice practice. Okay. Where does the butterfly sit? Maybe it should be bigger because the caterpillar turns into the butterfly. And we're gonna have a ladybug. I always like to add a little white to the red because sometimes red can be a little translucent. Oh, I love that pop of red, I love it. I like the looseness this provides. The only thing is these bugs are a bit small to go drawing faces on, which was like the whole point. I have really loved like the main characters coming off the background so much, so maybe like muting my backgrounds is nice. I do love like the out of focus effect it gives, and I love that pop of red in this current piece. Hello everyone, it is another day of paint and bugs. I've got nothing today. This is just honestly a brief idea, and I think they're a bit too complex for as much time as I want to give this challenge because I'm adjusting the complexity of my pieces to fit what time I have to work on them because I'm working on a bunch of other stuff. I was thinking it could be something like 2 bugs because the prompt is bugs that glow, not just bug that glows. There's a big bug who's enamored with their own light source, and then another beetle that's also enamored. And I was thinking like there could also be an element of this bug holding this other bug's antennae together, if that makes sense. It's just funny. It's very Adventure Time-ish. The way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to start with the glowing lights, and then I'm going to base like where I put the stuff based on how the watercolor moves and stuff. And then we're going to kind of choose like a middle color, which I think will be like more of a green. We're just going to leave it as much as we can. With watercolor, if you disturb it, you kind of see where you've disturbed it, and I think it makes it less nice. There's a lot of faith when it comes to watercolor. Like you learn to work with like the wildness of the medium, but you still never know what the texture can be. Okay, here's what it looks like dry. I'm glad I did that extra layer because it's definitely more nighttime coded than the rest of the paintings, and I wanted to add more contrast. I think the others lacked a little bit of contrast in the background so that the creatures would pop. I'm just going to tape it down. I think the first bug I want to be a fly. So first I'll do the wings. We want there to be like really, really white tips on the end of the antennae of the moth so that there's like an obvious glow coming from there. I feel like maybe that bug's not super visible, and I feel like she would be darker if she was in the light, so maybe I should just darken her up a touch. The next prompt is round. I have an idea. I just want to do a chubby little caterpillar. Maybe a more contrasted background this time instead of a harmonious one. Let us experiment. So I'm hoping this will be the right color palette. Actually, I'm going to drag the sky down more because I want the bug to just be against the sky, and the leaf, the green of the leaf, which I'm assuming is what he's standing on, will be bleeding upwards. Just so you know, this is what I'm doing. We can also use this as a guide, obviously. That you can move it. It's really hard to move the backgrounds with ink, so like, oh, I love it. And then we'll also have the shadow of the caterpillar, but we can do that with the pastel, I think. I've been picking out some paints while it was drying. I think I want to go like this. So like lots of greens, some blues and some yellows. The yellow will be the biggest pop that we've got, and I'll just like do some highlights on whites. Okay, so what I've got in my sketch, the prompt is bug is round. I just want to do this chubby little angel. If I can fit in the leaf, I will. If I can't, I just won't do it. I just like that he's round. Yay, Shrek core. I like this emerald color. It's probably one of my favorite Holbein paints. I use it a lot for like daytime grass. So I'm gonna keep this bottom bit of it, just the plain emerald color. So if I wanna go over it once we've done the legs to create the illusion that the body's on top, it's easy to do. That's why I love having a big range of colors for paint, because if you have to mix it every time, you're not always able to get the exact same color as easily. The hot tip for gouache and acrylic gouache is get it to the point of being like thick melted ice cream. I think for gouache, it would just be fine to have melted ice cream, and then for acrylic gouache, having like a thick melted ice cream would be nice, depending on like what style you like. I like to be able to create texture, so I like to have it quite thick. Now see how like the tone is really similar to the background? I want to lighten that bit up because I want it to come off the background. I'm going to introduce some purple just to darken that tone up a little. Mute it, you know? Want to create the belly over these back legs so they don't look like they're in front at all. So with the last one, I didn't like that I used the black pencil, and I haven't liked it at all in all the others, so I don't know why I keep doing it. I think it's just because it's so thin in comparison to these other pencils. And I want to even out the composition here because I've made too much space on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra feature to my, first I'm going to show where the legs are going to be. So I want to have a leaf here coming out of his hand, but I also want to have like spikes. Like sometimes caterpillars have these spikes. It's going to be like cactus core. I want the baby to be round and I want the leaf to be round. Oh, I like that it's green to pink. I do like that. Cheeky little baby. I love that. What can we do here? Maybe we can do some little grass. Cute! I feel like that's done. Do I want to use black for the eyes? I feel like the eyes could be darker. Maybe black can be used just not as like a line work. It can be used as like a shader because I actually didn't mind when it was used for shading. Sometimes I like to think of it like if I'm putting it into Procreate, like how I would detail it. I think I would put a lot more like highlights. Yippee, cute. There's a lot of space here. I think I should have honestly done this, but I don't like that ratio for sharing. And this is community vibe, so I have to share. Maybe if something was happening in the sky, but I'm not sure what. Maybe if this leaf was really, really tall. If it was raining and it was like an umbrella. Anyway, very cute. While I do this bug, I'm going to say a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. As per usual, Squarespace, if you don't know, is an all-in-one platform for building your website. I am going to pop scans of these bugs onto my blog for you guys to go look at if you want to. By the time you watch this, it'll be up. It's always really easy to update my website, whether it be my portfolio, whether it be my blog, whether it be my store when my store's open. The fun thing about being an artist in this day and age and being able to communicate with your audience is you can do a painting, you can share the process on your blog, you can share the results on your blog, you can put it into your portfolio, and you can upload it to an online store and sell it if you want to. All of those things you can do really quickly. It makes it so easy to do. It makes it so easy to update, and it's just a dream. I love like the integration of like the store stuff. But yes, if you don't believe me, go to squarespace.com/furrylittlepeach. You get a free trial and 10% off your first purchase, and check out my blog post to see the bug paintings in detail. Thank you, Squarespace. So I always like to have similar colors for my creatures and then just change them when I change the lighting by just adding like a little bit more of what would be in that lighting, if that makes sense. It makes it a lot easier. So I know I said I didn't want to use the black anymore, but because this is such a dark piece, I think it's okay. I want to do a crying face. I don't know what color the arm should be. Maybe like a paler emerald with like some blue mixed in to lighten it. I think we should differentiate where the hands are, just so that by just putting like a little colour on them, because then it makes it clear that that's a hand. I like that it's floating kind of in like a weird dreamscape kind of thing. Done! Bug is blue. It's the last prompt today. The last prompt for this challenge is bug that finally met you, and I'm thinking of drawing like a little self-portrait of younger me looking under a rock for some bugs. I definitely want to include a Slater just because, as I said, I used to play with Slaters a lot and snails. Like put them in little terrariums that I made, but I think we're gonna have to sketch this because it's kind of hard. I'm just gonna go back and forth and do it, I guess. Maybe there's a bunch of bugs under there. That looks crazy. That's crazy. I think maybe in front of it's better. Maybe this is the best case. I'll rework this. If I was doing my books, I would be sketching it by hand and then re-sketching it on my iPad. That's of course if I wanted to assign more time. Sometimes with this stuff, when you're drawing positions you don't draw much of, it's good to do some iPad sketches. Okay, I'm going to try and recreate this. Let's see what we do. We're going to start with the background as per usual. I'll go get a scrap piece of paper as per usual. I haven't decided yet what I want to do for the background. I think I want it to be kind of dreamy, like ethereal, kind of like the earlier backgrounds where it was really like pale. Cotton candy vibes. I love these colors together. It's so dreamy. And this is why playing's fun, because like you feel the power to like try things that you wouldn't usually try in your work or something. At least that's how I feel about it. So if we're looking at the different layers of the image, I want to establish where the rock is because it's going to establish where all the other elements are. So the rock is going to sit further back on the land, and also then we're going to paint on top of it so it kind of recedes into the background, but I still want there to be a focus on it because there's going to be bugs all over it. So anyway.
Laid out in the sand, bare feet on the ground, sun going down. Time
We're doing the bugs because I'm putting off doing the person. Sorry.
like
Do a couple ladybugs because I love the pop of red that it creates.
green and then brown and then green again.
Oh, I love red with these like colors so much.
You can kill time. Wait till it's over. You can leave. Make it.
It's meant to be bug that finally met you, so it's gonna be me. So I'm gonna do minute to me, but in my jumpsuit, even though I'm not wearing my jumpsuit right now. I'm gonna start with the definite. So we've definitely got an arm.
Bottle of wine. Thought I'd make you mine. Time is your next best guess. Sun into scars on your wrinkled skin. Here and then gone.
To mix up the skin tone for my younger self. Maybe a pink with a tiny bit of yellow.
Can kill time.
I like my sketch so much more. Ew, I hate this. How can I fix this? This is why I sketch like when I'm doing my final work, because like I sketch to scale so that I can like lightbox it, because sometimes so much gets lost in the sketch. And ever since I saw Quentin Blake do it, I'm like, I have permission to do this. Did I want to do the fringe more over her eye? I did like in my sketch how the fringe was really over her eye, so it really looked like she was looking down. Something I think is that the sketches have so much life to them because you're not as stressed when you're making them. You're more free and joyful. You're more childlike, but also you see the potential. Like once you put the colours down to it, you're like, oh, maybe that's not the colour I would have used. Oh my god, I like it so much more. Like, I don't love it, but it's definitely improved.
Wait till it's over. You can leave. Make it go slower. You can kill time.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this leftover space up there. Do you think she should be saying hi or something just to create better composition? Oh my god, it's been saved. Dunsies, bug that finally met you. Let's have a look, skis, shall we? Yay! My last piece. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me work on these. I feel like I had lots of fun. Let's have a look at them all, shall we? Let's not talk about this one. I like the concept, so I'll redo it at some point. But that point is not today. Bug is cozy, bug is slow. Bug is happy, bugs that glow. Bug is round, bug is blue. Bug that finally met you.